Hello. Welcome to our last video for this week. My name is Miss Samantha and we're going to be doing an art video today. So we're going to be making an oil and water painting. So the first thing that we need is to talk about all of the things we need. So we need some oil. I have watercolor, so I'm using watercolor, but you can use food dye, anything. We need some water. We need a big baking dish, kind of like this one. If you have little droppers, you can use it. I'm using a straw because I don't have it, or you can just pour, or you can take like a spoon and drop it. And then some paper. I would suggest a thicker paper. I only have printer paper, so that's what I'm using. You could use construction paper. It might soak through a little too much. If you have cardstock, that would be perfect. And then I have a tray to put my paper on after. And I think that's pretty much it. So the first step that we're gonna do is we're gonna pour our water into the baking dish. Not too much, just kind of shallow, just a little bit. Then you're gonna take your food dye, whatever you have, and you're going to mix it with your water. I think it's cool to mix it once it's already in the baking dish, just so you can actually see everything and you can see how the dye spreads. So I'm gonna use my straw just to mix it around. And then you guys can see what color it's turning. So mine is turning green because I use the green dye. You could mix colors and try mixing it and see what happens. I'm gonna add a little bit more so I have a really dark color. You could talk about what does certain colors mixed together make, and you could totally experiment with it that way. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our oil. For the kids, I would suggest putting it in a cup first, just to make it easier, or a little bowl. I'm going to dip my straw in and then drop it right on the water. And you want to spread it out. So I'm making sure that they're a little bit far apart so that it's not one big oil spot all over, but you get little pockets of it. Now, this part is up to you. It could be a little bit, it could be a lot, depending on what you want it to look like. You also could do it a couple times just to see what it looks like. So I have, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops. So I'm gonna leave it as 8 right now. I'm gonna put my top back on. And then what you're gonna do, let me move this to the side so you guys can see. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your paper and you're gonna dip it down. Since my paper's a little bit thinner, I'm gonna use 2 at a time just to make sure it doesn't get too soaked. And so you're just gonna dip it in, make sure it's all wet, it's all over. And then you're gonna peel it up. Now, if you have watercolor paper, that would be even better. So you can kind of see that it got a little bit on it, but you can see the big holes where the oil stopped it from spreading. So you could do it a couple times if you want, and you could lay it on. You can press it all the way down to see what happens. And then peel it up, let it drip for a second. And then leave it on your tray to dry. So for this experiment, you'll see that the oil definitely keeps it from the paint getting on that spot. You can experiment with swirling it and trying to figure it out. I am excited to see what you guys' this looks like, and I can't wait to see all the beautiful art that you make. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you have everything that you need to make with it, and I can't wait to see you later. Bye!